Hello, everybody. Welcome
y'all.
back to episode 9 of Yap O'Clock.
I can't believe it.
That's
That's
insane.
almost 2 full hands.
Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
2 full hands of Yap O'Clock.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk?
And we're still yapping.
And we're still yapping.
Some said it couldn't be done.
And they were wrong.
They were so wrong. Shall we get to our co-stars?
Yes,
I haven't looked at
of
mine
course.
all day, and I almost did, and
Me
then
either.
I had to swipe out of it.
All right. You look at yours first. Do you have it up? All right.
Yes.
What is it?
Oh, say yes to everything worth saying yes to today.
Ooh, okay.
Do red lights, crushes, and texting back.
Okay.
Don't performance, playing house, baby voice.
Baby voice.
Baby voice.
That's very
Baby
interesting.
voice.
Baby voice.
Baby voice.
That's interesting.
What about you?
Mine says, dun dun dun, expect nothing. What is
Youch.
that supposed to mean?
Ouch.
Co-star's attacking me today. Are you kidding me?
I kind of love it.
All right. Do stomping, instant coffee, cold shower. Don't plot twists, the blues, and deflation. So I'm really confused at what all of this is supposed to mean.
Did you have a cold shower this morning?
No,
Did you stomp?
maybe.
Did you do what the other one was?
Instant coffee.
Yeah.
I had coffee today. Coffee, dingle, dingle.
Dingle dingle.
So
I think you've done all of them.
maybe I did my due.
Did you wash your hands with cold water?
Ooh, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that counts.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cold shower for my hands. That's fine.
My paragraph says, today there's a little person in your head saying that it is self-centered to challenge social expectations. It's not. You just haven't accepted that your judgment pulls you apart from the people you love. Watch out. Don't test people's boundaries.
Whoa.
This month, you are ready to try someone new.
Interesting.
This is a commendable move for someone who can let their need for stability stunt relationship growth. This is a good time to practice loving other humans from a place of honesty.
Oh, that's cute.
Honestly, you're beautiful. Ding.
Thank you.
The general theme of your life during this period is to follow through on agreements and being proactive about asking for help. Loneliness is being stuck on passing ships and forgetting you know how to swim.
Whoa.
You know
Deep.
what? I actually did feel really lonely today.
Oh,
It was one of those
sorry.
lonelinesses where it's like, what do I want to be? Where do I want to go? And it's like that kind of loneliness that like it creeps up on you, and then it hits you when you're like in it all. You know what I mean?
It's like the giant wave is finally there.
Like I was fine all day. I got in my car and it was like, oh, like it hit me like I had just got like my life sucked out of me.
Is it just like the numbness? That's
Yeah,
kind of what
like-
I feel
Yeah.
when I have that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because it's getting cold out or what, but I just got in my car and I went.
Seasonal depression is definitely a thing.
I drove home in silence.
Oh, that's when it hits really hard.
Yeah, no
Oh my
music. I was
God.
silently driving.
Dang.
Yeah. What's your paragraph?
Oh, hi. All
And
right.
lighter news.
Well, maybe not lighter. My paragraph says, today is tough. You can't seem to access your intuition. There's a difference between witnessing other people's pain and taking it on as your own. Whatever you do, try not to retreat into your own world. Your work this month is to understand the difference between optimism and reality. When you want to correct other people's mistakes, you undermine yourself. Fail, get up, then fail again. Do this over and over until you've trained yourself to take your lessons standing up.
Ooh.
Your main challenge
5
right
foot to be
now
exact.
is to question your life path. Pleasure does not have to be expensive. Interesting. So it's a lot of like introspection and a lot of like, to me, that kind of feels like, yeah, question your life path. Maybe we're like,
I think we're in sync.
I think we're in sync. It's just like have an existential crisis, basically, and try to figure things out.
Shall we see what the pattern says about us?
Ooh, okay. A little remix.
Yeah, about our insynchronies.
Mm-hmm.
What on earth? November 17th, your descendant, your partners of destiny.
Whoa.
What does this mean?
I don't know.
Oh, what works best for you are partners who are emotionally supportive. Your partner should also want to commit long term. Mm-hmm. Ooh, interesting tension. If you're someone who clings to your beliefs or resists opening your mind to others. I can't speak English. I cannot speak today.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi. Opening your mind to others. Opening your mind to other opinions. Don't be surprised if conversations or circumstances arise that have you questioning your truth right now. Interesting. Oh, finally found it. My daily vibe.
Your daily vibe.
Today, you may have some thoughts about past experiences and influences. It's your instinct to build things over time, and thinking about the past can help you see how far you've come. Just be sure to remain non-judgmental as these memories and realizations appear. I am quite the judger.
Yeah, you are.
I am
you
judge,
do
jury,
be judging.
executioner.
Yeah. Where did you find whatever you were looking for?
You just keep scrolling until it says your daily vibe, or if there's a thing that catches your eye.
Okay, let's interesting tension.
Ooh, you also have tension.
Yeah, if you're someone. Oh, you already read this, so maybe it's just
not
like
for me.
It's just everybody has interesting tension.
Maybe that's just the vibe. I mean, Thanksgiving is coming up.
That's not my daily vibe.
Your daily vibe.
Okay, I found it. Today's a great day to spend time thinking about the influences in your life. A side of you relies on the people around you for feedback. You care what others think of you. It's okay to honor your collaborative qualities. Just be careful not to overly depend on others for your sense of identity. Okay, I feel like we've discussed this topic before about how like we as humans like crave other people's acceptance. But just be careful not to depend on others for your sense of identity. So
stand alone.
Yeah. Be your unique self.
Quiz for Camelot?
No.
He has a little musical number. He goes, I stand alone. It's actually a really great movie.
Oh,
Quiz for
okay.
Camelot. We'll have to watch it.
I'll have to add it to my never-ending list of movies that I have not seen ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm bad. I tell people if they ever ask me like if I've seen a movie, also ignore that noise that's like either the washer or dryer.
That's the washer.
It's the washer. Just ignore it for a second. It'll go away, I promise.
Yeah. Just if we don't make eye contact with it, it'll go away.
Exactly. Like we're acknowledging the sound, but like it's already gone away. So
because
like it's
you wonder
fine.
why we're real people and we have laundry to do.
Exactly.
So you're gonna hear it in the background.
Podcasters do laundry too.
Believe
They
it
are
or not.
just like you.
Do you do laundry?
I do laundry. I did laundry today.
I'm doing laundry right now. That's my laundry in there.
No way!
I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, maybe one day we'll have like a little stew, so we don't have to.
Yes.
But maybe the sounds are good.
Maybe it brings everybody into like real life.
Like you're here in the apartment with us, you know, and I have laundry going. You know, people are walking upstairs.
Like it's fine. And I feel it's really funny when people walk into our apartment and they see this table and they go, "Oh my God, it's the Yappa
It's
clock.
the table.
It's the Yappa clock place." Like
yeah, people come and they touch the table and they go, "This is the table."
Greatness happens here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, real candidness happens here.
We are so iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which,
Ooh, what?
Wait, did you have something you want to say?
No, I was just going to go through my pattern a little bit more, but you were speaking of which, so.
I am so sick of necklaces
Uh-oh, why?
because I have a little necklace, right?
Yes.
And it has my name on it. It's very cute. Whenever I wear it, the chain on it rips out the back of my hair.
Oh.
Like the neck. Like I'm bald back here. I
my
feel
God.
like I'm like going bald every time. I think there's no more hair for it to grab, and it grab right where where your neck becomes where your hair is.
Yeah.
It rips out my hair. So I have
Ew.
just snapped. Today I snapped. I took it off and I'm like, I'm buying a new chain.
Good for you.
But I'm also not a necklace person. I'm a rings and bracelets kind of girl.
You really are.
I'm not wearing mine currently, but I promise I am one.
You are. We've spoken about your jewelry before. We know you're a jewelry girly.
Yeah, you're like a ring and necklace girl.
Yes. Earring. Yeah, I wear one ring, sometimes two. But I have, this necklace that I always wear. I've had it for like 3 or 4 years at this point.
Yeah.
It's just like my necklace. It's a paperclip necklace, and I really like it because it's really easy to take on and off. Like it's a paperclip. It's literally a paperclip.
Now, are you a shower and your jewelry kind of girl?
No.
People who do that, you're sick. You're sick and you're demented. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I don't agree with it. I think it tarnishes your jewelry faster. Like, I mean, I don't know if you buy like real jewelry. I don't buy like real gold jewelry, but like,
Why not? Treat yourself.
maybe I will one day.
With the podcast money, with all the millions of dollars
Ooh,
we're making
yeah.
podcast money.
With our co-star sponsorship podcast money.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll-
Go buy yourself something nice. Treat
I-
yourself.
Treat yourself.
Black Friday is coming up. Go out there, treat yourself. Cyber Monday, even.
Father and I going on a date.
Godfather and I go on a date. If anyone knows who that is, please let me know. But no, if you shower with your jewelry on, you are sick in the head, and you get what you deserve. Like the people that get like permanent jewelry,
I don't understand that.
that would make me freak out.
That scares
What
me.
if you get caught on something?
Exactly. What if you get caught on something? What if you don't want to wear that day? Why are you committing to like a permanent piece of jewelry on you? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it. It gives me anxiety. I hate it.
I don't like it. Like for me, it's just like if I had a necklace stuck on my neck, I'd get some bolt cutters. And like showering, like you have to move it, and it's like, and then you have like
Yeah.
a wet chain around your neck.
Yeah, no, it's gross. And like, I don't know. I don't like it.
I don't know. Now sometimes I do wash my hands with my rings on.
Yeah,
'cause I'm
I
too
do that
lazy
too.
to take them off. And I feel like that's different.
That is different.
I'm not standing in the shower with my 24 karat magic gold in Bruno Mars. 24 karat.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's different. Showering in jewelry versus like washing your hands
Yeah.
with rings.
And if you guys want to defend yourself in the comments, I won't read any of it because you're wrong. Sorry.
And that's all she wrote.
That is all she wrote. That's all she yapped about. That's all she yapped.
That's all she yapped.
Did we just come up with a new phrase?
I think so.
That's all she yapped.
I really like that when we're like complete with a
That's all she
with a
yapped.
statement with a that's our closing statement for the whatever stories we're talking about. That's all she yapped.
And that's all she yapped. That's all she cared to yap about.
That's all she cared to yap about.
I think it was no longer yap o'clock. I checked the time and she was done. It wasn't yap o'clock anymore.
It was past the yap o'clock.
Oh, not 30 past yap.
I love this like making puns about our podcast name.
Puncast.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love that
couldn't
so
tell if your
much.
silence was good or bad. You were looking at me with a
It
face.
stunned
that
me. I was
I've got that
silenced.
effect on people.
You stunner.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's you. I said it. It's true.
That's all she yapped.
And that's all she yapped.
Wow.
Case closed.
It's been solved. BuzzFeed solved.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's the new show.
Absolutely. Which I was gonna wait to talk about it.
Just speak about it now. Speak your truth.
So I've been trying to declutter my life a little bit. I realized that I was buying things to fill the void in my life, and then I
Whoa,
decided,
who does that?
What?
What? That exists?
No, just me. And then I decided, well, I'm gonna start spending my money on experiences instead. Because why not? YOLO.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did the thing, and I bought YouTuber merch.
Oh.
And it blew up in my face.
No.
Do we all know BuzzFeed Unsolved? Mm-hmm. Shane and Ryan.
Yeah.
They left to go start Watcher. Mm-hmm. I remember that. I listened to their
know.
podcast. They had it was like an amusement park podcast, and they talked about fun facts about certain rides, and I loved it. Ate it up. Loved all their shows. Watched all their stuff. Bought merch because I loved past tense. That's the one I'm speaking in past tense. Loved Puppet History. Thought it was a phenomenal format. And then they decided to shoot themselves in the foot so majorly.
Yeah.
It made me stop watching their stuff cold turkey.
Boycott.
And I still am subscribed because I like watching their numbers get lower and lower every time. Because you know what they did, right?
Yeah.
You guys know what they did. They were a tiny company, finally in the green, and then they decided. Also, this is from my understanding. I could be wrong. What they did was they were like, well, we're going to start a streaming platform, pay us this money, but they weren't making enough content to support a streaming platform. Not yet. They're making like one show every month. To have a streaming platform, you need to be making multiple shows, releasing throughout the week.
Yeah.
And like having a reason. There was no selling point. It was just like, oh, well, we want to make more money off of you.
Yeah, no. Once you start using people for money, that's
Mm-hmm.
when things get dicey.
Yeah. And I remember being like, wow. Like, I thought that they would never be touched. And now I have this YouTuber merch. I bought a beanie and I have a hat from Puppet History that says "Learn or Perish." Hilarious. And I have a mug that says what is it? Same shit, different DM.
Yeah. Oh, that's from them?
Yeah. Now that is a
Oh.
perfect coffee mug. So I'm going to be keeping it's like the perfect size for like a cup of coffee. But it's like I have their beanie and their Christmas sweater, and it's like I don't really want to wear this ever again.
No.
So I was really conflicted, and I got rid of it, both of them.
You're so brave.
And it really broke my heart. The way that I thought they were good enough to not
They were not
be,
good enough.
be tempted by greed. And people want to say it was just Stephen Lim. He was the main CEO. They were I believe. They still had say in the company. So I just feel like people wanted to pretend like it was just Stephen
There's one bad guy.
and make
but
him. In my mind, it's all three of them.
It's everybody. You're all in cahoots.
They're all in cahoots. Like
Yeah.
they used to make videos that were in the millions, and now their videos aren't passing 400,000,
Which is insane.
which is insane.
That's
Here,
an
let me-
insane cut. Like, I know 400,000 views on a video in general is like massive, but if you're going from 1 million to 400,000, that's over 50% of a cut.
Let me look.
That's
so,
bad for company morale too.
Oh, absolutely. And they had this one show
Terrible.
called Weird Wonderful World, and they finally brought it back, but I didn't care anymore.
No.
I didn't want to hear. I didn't watch it. So okay, so a year ago, they posted one of their random ones. So their Ghost Files. They got 3.5 million views. The one that they just posted today. Okay, let's see. That one almost has 1 million views, but the one.
But 3.5 million versus 1 million? Crazy.
Okay, so their Ghost File stuff is still doing good, but everything else, not getting anywhere near over 400 on average from what I'm just seeing.
I feel like that makes sense though with the ghost ones because they did do BuzzFeed Unsolved, and I really liked watching that.
Yeah.
I liked the different seasons, like how they focused on like ghost stories and then true crime. So that makes sense that the ghost ones, or whatever you said, I think
Yeah,
ghost,
the Ghost
the ghost
Files.
ones, that those ones are doing well because that's where
That was
their
their initial
original,
sell.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So it's just been really interesting. I mainly am subscribed because I'm curious to see what their numbers are doing. I'm not watching their stuff.
nope.
Quite frankly, I don't care anymore because they in my mind, they finally showed face after all these years, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow. You
Just
think
like-
you know a guy?
Your true colors.
Parasocial relationships, they'll get you.
I know. Sometimes they'll disappoint you.
And it was crazy that people like they would never. You don't know them.
Exactly. You don't know them.
them.
You think you know them, but you don't.
Yeah, it's like Bo Burnham. We think we know you.
Yeah.
Bars, by the way. Mm-hmm. Not even in the court, like in like the being famous. We think we know you. Overall, just anybody.
Yeah. No.
Bars.
Bars.
I would like to transition.
Okay. What would you like to transition to?
So, back in early November, right? I left
Yeah.
for Ohio.
Yes.
I was in Ohio. Now, I don't know if we've really talked about this. I grew up in Ohio. I spent 17 years of my life there. Graduated, grew up, born and raised. It was after that I moved to Las Vegas and I went to college there. And I always thought that, Vegas. So what I say is Vegas is my heartland. Ohio is my homeland. And I went back to my hometown and I was hit with the most devastating realization.
What was it?
I don't belong there anymore.
Ooh.
And I knew in my heart I didn't belong there. It's like, but when I'd gone a few times before then. I was like, oh, well, like, this is kind of like home, but like, I don't know. And then I went this last time and I was like, I don't belong here anymore. I don't even fit in with the people. Like, I don't fit in with my friends like I went to high school with. Not my gamer ones. You know who you are. Like the people I went to high school with, not you two. You know who I'm talking to. Anyway, sorry. I don't even think they watch this, but if they are, I'm not talking about you two. But like the people I went to high school with, and like, I don't know you anymore. And I'm not who I was. I've changed so much. I was a girl with short, pixie cut, shaved sides of my head, blonde, tough. I was chubbier. I was closed off. And now I'm me.
You're you.
I'm me.
You've stepped into yourself.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know. Like I posted a TikTok that was, I think it said like, you can go back, but there's nothing left for you here.
Yeah, you posted that. And
kind of popped off, Loki.
Might I add, I'm really proud of the comment that I left on there, and
Yeah.
I said that you outgrew the place that grew you.
That was so gas. Like you cooked, sous chef in the kitchen, cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like it's such a sad thing to like go back to your place and realize like you don't belong there anymore.
Yeah. Because you go there looking for something familiar, some solace, and
It's nowhere to be found.
no, it just made me sad being there. Because I was like, I think about the many realities of myself where I never left Ohio. That's a dark thought. I don't
Yeah.
try to have often, but when I was there, I was like, what would have become of me if I had never left? I can't even imagine a future where I didn't leave. And that's crazy.
Yeah, because I feel like you're so yourself. Like, even when I met you, you were so authentically you.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, she knows herself. She knows what she is about. And
Which is crazy because I never thought that about myself.
but you exude that energy, and like other people can pick up on it. And I'm like a really good, not to brag, but like I'm a really good like judge of character, and like
Right.
I can pick up on those vibes instantly. And I was like, she is confident, she knows herself,
Which is crazy because
and,
when
like,
I
she's
first
it.
met you, I thought I was like a little baby. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. And I'm scared. And you know.
Yeah, and I was that way too, and I think it's great that we found each other and that
Right.
we're growing up together.
We become, like, you know that thing's like we were girls together? We became women together.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I think that's so much more interesting.
It's so impactful to have a friend like you, and
Yeah.
to like, we've only known each other less than 2 years.
Yeah.
But we've had already such a life, and we've gone through so much.
Highs and lows. Crazy highs, crazy lows.
Crazy highs, crazy lows.
Yeah.
Like, it's insanity. And like, we're having all these epiphanies, these like big feelings. And I'm so glad that I have somebody like you to talk
Yeah.
about those things, because like, it's, it's tough.
And I truly feel like you get me. You get this. We do similar things at the same time. We're always linked.
Yes, 100%. Even if we don't know it, like, we're doing the same things at the same time. Or the other day, like, I came home and I had gotten coffee from a place, and
A place that is kind of canceled, but I really needed it.
right, exactly. It was just like a rough day. We needed it. And like,
Yeah.
I walked in with this cup, and you were like, "Oh, you went to insert coffee shop name here." And I went, "Yeah." And I was like, "What did you get?" And you said, "Certain drink name here." And I went, "Oh my God, I got certain drink name here."
The same drink.
The literal same drink. And
Same size, same drink.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God, we're 20s. Like, we didn't even know we were 20s.
Because I was about to text you and ask if you wanted something, and
Oh,
I
really?
went, it was like late. I was like, I don't think she'd want coffee this late. You walked in, waltzed in
Yeah.
with your non-specific coffee brand.
Uh-huh. And I thought that was so funny.
I think that's, I don't know.
Like, even when we don't mean to do the same things, we still do the same things.
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious. I think
Absolutely.
that's true friendship.
Yes. Now, speaking of that, do you feel
Yes.
like similar about going back home to Philly?
Yes, actually. Like, I feel like such a different person that I've moved down to Florida. Like, I feel like I also think about if I had never left, like where I would be. Because when I decided to leave home, I was depressed. I was like, I need a change. I'm going to go crazy here. And I was in a really like, not like a super dark place, but I had come out of a super dark place, but I was still depressed. I was just
Right.
like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm feeling so unfulfilled, so unhappy. And like, I don't know where to go from here. And I said, let me move down to Florida and, you know, start a new job and meet new people and kind of get out of my comfort zone
Yeah.
all the way. And also, don't worry about
Don't worry
that.
about the
Don't worry
washer.
about that sound again. Like,
It's like
nobody
I'm
hears it.
pretty
It's
sure it's
fine.
almost done anyway.
Exactly. Like, it's about to say done, like, in just a second. So, like, I'm just going to keep talking so you
Yeah,
can't
keep
hear
talking.
yeah, so, like, we were talking about hometowns, and I totally lost my train of thought.
You
but,
were really
like,
depressed when you left Philly.
I was really depressed, and I'm so glad that I came down here. But when I go back, I'm just like, this place grew me, but I outgrew it.
Yeah. Now, sorry, I just punched the microphone. Well, there should be a kind of, if I think I've done it every episode, I gesture into the microphone.
I was thinking about that idea. I have to comb back through the footage and
get
be
a
like,
ding counter of all the times I've punched this thing.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. I go back home. It doesn't feel like home. I come here. It also doesn't feel like home.
Yeah.
And I'm in this weird limbo.
It's an intermediate state.
Absolutely. And it's like Vegas is kind of like home, but it's home because my mom and my sister are there. No shade on my dad.
Right. Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad.
Whoops.
But it's like Vegas helped mold me, help like
It was a
awaken
stepping stone.
who I was. Coming here was very important for me, but it's like if I die and am buried in Florida, it's because I died on accident and they didn't know where to put me.
Yeah.
I don't want to die here. I don't want to have a family here. It's like, but then it's weird because it's like, where do I belong?
Yeah.
And now I'm in this, I think this is why I'm so like lonely feeling, because I'm like, where do I belong? I know the people I want to belong with, but where can I grow roots?
Exactly. I have the same exact thoughts. Like sometimes I was having this conversation actually with my mom a little bit ago, because like my grandparents, they came from Portugal, and I was like, how did they land on Philly? And how are they just
Going
like,
through a dart.
like, let me just move to a different country where I don't speak the language and just go to a random, Philadelphia. Like, that's crazy. How did my mom and my uncles also decide to stay in our hometown and just not move out of it? Like, what happened? Why didn't you want to go somewhere else? Like, did they feel that, like, assuredness of, okay, I want to settle down here? Or was it just convenience? Did they have these deep thoughts that I'm having?
Yeah.
Or were they just like, okay, everybody's here, I might as well stay here? Do they feel unfulfilled? Like, I think so deeply into these topics, and yeah, like, I think about that too. I don't know where I want to settle down. I know I don't want to settle down here.
No.
And it's just like, number one, when am I going to settle down? Number two, where am I going to settle? Like,
Yeah.
it's all up in the air. It's a weird, like you said, like limbo, intermediate state that is just like, what the heck? But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's strange. And it's like, the world is so big and the country is so big. And
our country has so many different like types of landscape.
yeah, exactly. It's like, where do you want to go?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very confusing,
Well,
for sure.
now you talking about wondering if your parents ever had desires. I found out that mine did,
Ooh.
and I couldn't tell if that made me happy or if it broke my heart.
Interesting.
My mom has always dreamed of living in New York City, but not now New York. And that's another crazy thing, is that she's like, New York is not the city it once was.
No, it was not.
And it's like, I tried to fall in love with New York like she did. I couldn't. Genuinely, I couldn't.
Yeah.
And, she goes now and she's like, it's not what I, when she was 20, she was like, it's not the same. The city isn't alive anymore. And so she had these dreams, but now what she wants doesn't exist.
Exactly. And like, how sad is that? You're looking for a reality. You're craving a reality that does not exist anymore.
And my dad, I found this out recently. He wanted to go to Hawaii State and study like marine biology, but like the ocean plates and the tectonic stuff.
Ooh.
And I was like, cartography, whatever. Sorry.
Something.
Or he wanted to design cars. He's always been a big car guy, and like he draws cars, and like I found like old car designs from him when he was in high school, and I was like, my parents had dreams. And then follow-up question, did I take that from them?
Ooh. And it's like a tough thing, because like you didn't ask to be born.
That, and it's like, and my parents growing up, when they were younger, they didn't have a lot of money, so they couldn't afford to do any of this.
Yeah.
And now they can,
But
but they feel like they're too old. Like my mom graduates college in 2025, May of 2025, and she's gonna wear my cap and gown
oh,
because I
really?
graduated first from UNLV.
Oh my God. Wait, that's so cute.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, maybe I did. You know, if I said this to my parents, I'd be like, no, you didn't take our dreams. But it's like, you know, Billy Joel.
Yes, I
He
do.
says like, create dreams, but don't imagine they'll all come true. Vienna, his song
Yeah,
Vienna, when
yeah.
Vienna waits for you. A powerful song, by the way.
Really is.
Yeah, which we can talk about. I could talk about Billy Joel for a long time, but like, you know, now they've found other dreams to follow.
And you know what's fun? Like, you're talking about that, and then I'm thinking about in Tangled, at the very end of Tangled, when it's like either Eugene dies or Rapunzel stays prisoner with Mother Gothel. And she's like, Eugene, don't die, I'll stay here. And like, what about your dream? And he goes, you're my new dream, or you were my new dream, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he chooses to die instead of letting her be a prisoner with Mother Gothel. And it's just like, you go through different experiences. You think you're so sure of one thing. You're just like, this is my dream. And then all of a sudden something shifts and you go, you were my new dream.
Yeah.
So maybe that happened with your parents. Like, you were born and you became their new dream.
Maybe. And I think that's a good way of feeling about that. Because, like...
Because, like, if you think about it, like... Because I know I've had those same thoughts. Like, did I somehow ruin it for my parents? Like, that they couldn't follow their dreams.
But to be fair, we are the younger siblings, so we weren't the original ruiner.
That's true.
That's for the older ones, the ones who
right.
came first.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, keep going.
But yeah, like, it's weird because you kind of place this guilt on yourself that's almost unwarranted. Like, you don't need to place this guilt on yourself, but you feel guilty for taking away your parents' dreams. And I think, like, are there people out there who feel like their parents are living their dreams and like they never have had to feel guilt about taking it away? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Lucky
don't
bastards.
know. Right.
Yeah.
Or maybe their parents just don't talk about ever having felt unfulfilled in their life. You know what I mean?
Maybe
there's,
we just have deep conversations with our parents. I don't know.
maybe. I don't know. I like to be a deep thinker.
Yeah, you're a thought daughter.
We are thought daughters.
Uh,
And I think that is beautiful.
well, now, here's the thing that when I think about it for too long, it makes me, like, I either feel sick or it makes me want to cry.
Uh-oh, what
Going
is
back
it?
on people, thinking about them and how we impact them. When I think about all of the women in my family that came before me and all the things they had to live through, it makes me sick and sad.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because it's like, so if I could get any wish granted in the world, it would be that I want to meet and speak to every single person that is in my direct lineage. I want to know their stories. I want to, even the cavemen.
Yeah.
And I want no language barrier. I want to see their life. And like, because there's this saying where it's like, how many times has your face looked at itself in the mirror?
Yeah, exactly.
How many times have your eyes seen themselves? Because my eyes are from my mom, which she got from her father. Where did he get it from? Don't know. But, you know, when did this trait that I have become a trait in my family?
Yeah.
And, you know, what is the, like, specifically women in my family? Because it's like, I come from farmers and, like, Italian people, and, like, what did they do? What did they... you know?
What?
And like, what did they have to sacrifice, especially as women back in the day?
Yes.
What did they have to sacrifice to survive in order for me to be standing here today? What man did they have to forcibly get married to keep their family afloat? And then they had kids and those kids kept going. Like, the major sacrifices that they made in their lifetime ended up with me being alive today.
It's like all these women passing the baton, and right now you have the baton, and you're just, you can't look back yet. You're just like,
Yeah.
I'm still running. But then, you know, like, it's such a thing.
Yeah. Or like I don't know. I just think about that. Like how many times like people have looked at the moon since the beginning of the Earth.
Yeah.
Whatever you believe, the theory of evolution or not, microorganisms stared at the moon,
Right.
and it's just like I
The
don't
moon
know.
is there.
It's always been there, and it's like, how many times have family members of mine like just looked at the moon and hoped for the future? And I do this. And like how many like where did my mannerisms come from?
Yeah.
I learned them from someone who learned them from someone else, and I genuinely, when I think about that too long, it makes me like ill with like grief.
Yeah.
And also, like, I'm curious, but it's like sometimes I think about it too long and I'm like,
I think it's a weird feeling, like feeling guilt or grief about something or situations that we have no idea about.
yeah, and no control over.
No.
Happened hundreds of years ago.
It's like, is it tied to our souls somehow? You know? I don't know.
So my sister played one of the newer Lara Croft games, or maybe one of the older, I can't remember. But her dad was trying to find the cure for immortality. And in one of his journal entries, he wrote, like, perhaps we are immortal through our children
Ooh.
because they carry us on.
That's true.
And that really impacted me at, like, 14.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, because do they live on, are they immortal in me? Even the bad people that I descend from, the good and the bad, they are forever immortalized in me, and they'll be immortalized in the next generation.
I'm pretty sure there is a song from The Lion King, and it's called "He Lives in You." Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, yeah, you really pass down all these characteristics, all these memories that you don't even know from all your ancestors.
Yeah, and you
Like-
probably carry their pain
Yeah,
and their joy. You carry all of it.
got to go through all that emotional healing to break the generational trauma.
Absolutely. You're not just doing it for you, you're doing it for them.
You're doing it for the next generations as well.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bars. Well, yeah, I don't know. Let us know if you guys ever think about like the people that come before you,
Yeah,
even if you don't know them at all.
Do you guys have these deep thoughts? Let us know.
Yeah. Well, like just another thing. Like for example, I'm the youngest in my family, and some of my grandparents were too old or they died before I could get the family history. And now I've become the family historian, and I'm trying to find all this information that is just truly lost to time.
Yeah.
Makes me angry. Why couldn't you write it down? Be
Like-
a little bit more.
And then you think about it, like how many people's stories got lost? Like they lived. I know for me personally, I'm living my life, and I'm like, I want to make an impact for years to come after I'm gone.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't think my story is going to be lost because we have so many forms of like media and all
What
this
if we
kind of
become
stuff.
lost media?
I hope not.
That's why I have
post
my
on,
journal.
on way too many media channels
true.
to be lost media for good, but like all these people that came before, they wanted to make an impact in their life, and I'm sure they did. They made an impact on a lot of people, but it wasn't like a noted impact anywhere. Like it wasn't written down in a newspaper. What if writing didn't exist back then? Or like, what if nobody told their story, or they never got to tell their story?
Yeah. Like Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn? Boleyn?
Yeah.
However you say her last name.
Yeah.
The wife of Henry the Eighth.
Yes. Henry VIII.
Yes. She was such a prominent figure, and yet we know nothing about her because all traces of her were wiped off of the face of the earth
Yeah.
for the most part. Give or take a few things. But I don't know. Like, okay. I also think about ofrendas and like putting
Yeah.
pictures and stuff. And like when you're forgotten, it's only inevitable. It's inevitable that you'll be forgotten.
Yeah. One day somebody's going to stop telling your story.
Yeah, no, and like, you know, whether it's because like the family gets too far down the line, or it's just like maybe your family gets wiped out, and then that would make me tweak. Like I think about that's like, what if I like followed having an ofrenda? I would just have to live with the fact knowing that when I'm in the land of the dead, that I'm still on a timer
Yeah.
because
I
I'll be
know.
forgotten for sure.
Yeah, watching the movie Coco really put that into perspective for me. I was just like, oh my God, like the
You're-
last death. Is just like,
Yeah, it's a second death.
You disappear from that world. And
Yeah.
it's just like, where do you go after that? We don't know.
You know what I want to know?
Huh.
Is there a family out there with the longest ofrenda? Like
Ooh.
like an ofrenda you can date all the way back. Is that a thing?
Maybe.
Let me Google it.
I don't know,
You keep talking about your fear of the second death.
But also, maybe it can't be that long because photographs had to exist.
No, but like before photographs, they would make like clay models of people.
Oh, really?
Or like have like things that they
Oh.
liked. So they had other ways
Of honoring them.
yeah.
Okay.
Like they would usually make like little dolls or things. That's what I read. I could be wrong. I don't
Okay.
know. What was I Googling?
The
yes.
family with the world's longest
running-
ofrenda. Yeah, no, because that kind of interests me too. Because I know it's also somewhat like of a cultural belief. Like I know Portuguese people, I don't think they celebrate the Day of the Dead, or at least they don't celebrate it to the point that they do with like the flower petals and crossing over. That's the one day a year, all that kind of stuff. Like.
And then pets on top of that also are included.
I hope my pets come back and like they visit me. I love them so much and I miss them. I hope they're with me, even though I feel like they are.
I'm not getting a straight up answer because when they think largest, they're thinking size. I mean, like
Right.
longest running,
Longest lasting ofrenda,
longest.
or maybe not longest, but like the previous, like I don't know.
How would we even Google that?
I have no idea.
Longest
The most
family
antique ofrenda.
tree ofrenda.
I don't know. I love how we're actively Googling here on
This
the podcast.
is, like, I gotta know
This
now.
is like hard hitting information.
We're
Like,
about to wrap this up. Now I've got to Google shopping. Who do you
Whoa,
think you, who do you
we're not
think
going to
you are?
shop for an ofrenda.
That sounds
What
like
is happening?
okay. Hold on. What was I googling? Longest
The most backdated ofrenda.
family
The
tree.
the words are on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think about it right now.
8 oldest family trees ever.
Oldest family trees, but is that an ofrenda?
No.
It's not. I don't know if we're gonna get this answer. If
Who
anyone,
has the longest documented family tree is educator Confucius is the Chinese philosopher. 80 generations,
whoa,
2 million members. What about
Oh?
him? He's got Genghis Khan having a run for his money.
that's insane, man.
Because they're just telling me like things about
About family trees.
yeah, and now they're talking about the royal bloodline. I didn't ask about
No,
if
because
I'd
those are
asked
well
about-
documented.
Yeah, like I'm talking about a random family.
And maybe, I mean, that random family is probably out there somewhere. What if they don't want the attention, or what if they're just not recognized? You know what I mean?
I think we should really have a conversation about people coming forward, being like, "This my family or friend that goes back 3,000 years."
Yeah.
that'd be
Okay.
sick.
Let's see. Let's do some networking. Anybody listening to the podcast, if you guys know anybody who has an ofrenda, and can talk to their people and see who has the one that's the longest running or dates back.
Yeah.
The earliest.
Maybe it's you.
Maybe
Do you have the
it's
longest running family
you.
ofrenda, as in longest lineage confirmed, or not even confirmed? Adoption exists.
Yeah.
Like
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You, if you're you can be on our podcast and speak about it. How about that?
and teach everybody about ofrendas and why yours has been preserved for so long.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That would really interest me.
Yeah.
All right, let's find you.
Yeah, well, so you can leave a DM down in the comments below. We'll get back to you in 2 to 3 business days. Yeah,
Yeah, that
Well-
sounds nice.
I think that wraps it up nicely with a little bow.
That's all she yapped.
And that's all, ladies and gentlemen, and that is all she yapped. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary friends, that is all she yapped. Thank you so much for
all
coming
she
to
yapped.
episode 9 of Yap O'Clock. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.